Hey guys, and welcome on back to the channel. I am so thankful, so grateful that you guys decided to click this video and sit down and talk with me. I really needed to talk to you guys today, so I'm so happy because it is going to be the highlight of my day. So it has been another week and I have been able to bring in some money from my side income, so I want to budget out that paycheck and put the money where it needs to go. I also want to finally put away my stimulus and my tax return money, so that is a story on its own, so I will be discussing that later on in the video, so be sure to stick around for that. But for now, let's just go ahead and budget out the paycheck. So as I said, this video is going to be about my side income. Each week I like to sit down and budget that out. If you do not know, my side income is from UberEats, DoorDash, and I have an Etsy shop. So anytime I have money within that for the week, I budget it out and put that within my cash envelopes. If you are new to this channel focuses on me budgeting and getting a handle on my finances while also documenting my debt-free journey. So if that sounds like something you would be interested in or something you would like to learn more about, please be sure to go down below, hit that subscribe button, and click the bell so that you never miss a video. So let's go ahead and get into these paychecks. So here's my lovely little elephant notebook that I love, that I put my budgets within. A few people have been asking me where I got this notebook from, and unfortunately I cannot tell you. This was a Christmas gift, so I have no idea where the person got it from. But I do love it, and it just works very well for me to quickly jot down my numbers and tell my money where to go. Alright, so this is just my handwritten budget, and if we look here at the date, this is all the income that I was able to bring in on March 22nd. So first, starting off with my Etsy, my shop was closed for the week, so any take-home pay I did not get for this week, so that is 0. But I did do my DoorDash and my Uber for the week. I went out on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. In terms of the hours of how often I try to drive for these apps, on Fridays I like to do from 1 to 5 or 6, and then on Saturday and Sundays I've learned that my breakfast in the morning is really my peak time, so I like to be up and out by 9 a.m. on either Saturday and Sunday, and then I try to stay out maybe till like 3 o'clock. But you know, if I want more money, I force myself to stay out. So this weekend was a really good week for me. For DoorDash, I was able to bring in $213 for the amount of hours that I was out. And for Uber, I was able to bring in $109. So if we go ahead and add these up, for a total, I was able to bring in $322 for my side income. Then I go ahead and take out my taxes because Uber and DoorDash does not take out taxes, so I always do that myself, and I like to do 30%. So if we do this 322 times 30%, we see that is $97 that should be taken for taxes. So I'm going to go ahead and write $97 for taxes. Now if we do 322 minus 97, that leaves me with a remaining total of $225. So now this is the money where I decide to place where I want, and I put it across my expenses, sinking funds, my savings, and makes contribution towards my debt snowball if I have anything left over. So the only expense that I really have for my driving apps are gas, just so that I always have some money set aside and ready after I deliver. So that will be $30 that I will put away for gas, so we can take away 30. And then we go towards my sinking funds, which I normally like to keep at a standard amount that I always add within them. So that means annual payment will be getting $10. Car maintenance is getting $20. Christmas is also getting $20. Gifts will be getting $10. Medical is getting $5. And vacation will be getting $20. So now I am left with $110, and I can put that towards my savings and my debt snowball. My savings, I already have a goal for the month that I'm trying to get to. So I'm trying to put away $200 for the month of March. And I have one more paycheck that I will like to put for March. So for my savings today, I will be putting away $25. So $25, and then for the next week for March, I will put the rest to complete my entire $200 goal that I should hit. So with that being said, that leaves me with $85, and I am going to put that towards my debt snowball, which is amazing. I love to see that. And then if we do minus 85, we are now left with 0 on our calculator, so that is a zero-based budget. So as I always say, that's just the breakdown that I like to do when it comes to my paychecks and budgeting them out. Really simple and just easy for me to understand, so I hope you guys understand it as well. But now that I know what my money is going to be, I head to the bank, get the cash, and then when I get back, we will go ahead and stuff some cash envelopes. Alright guys, so I am back from the bank and I got the cash right here in this envelope. So I will go ahead and get our setup going, and then I'll explain to you guys some of the big changes that have happened within my finances. Alright, so we are nicely set up. So let me go ahead and explain to you guys what has happened. So to try and make this as clear as I can, I did write myself some little index card notes so I can try and keep track and I don't confuse you guys. But basically for the month of March, I did have an influx of money that fell within my lap, which I'm sure a lot of us have experienced. And it was just a little bit overwhelming because I needed to figure out what exactly I wanted to do with this money. So I was really going back and forth on whether I give some to me, whether I put it towards debt, whether I save it. So it was just a lot of self-reflection that I had to do within me and to decide what to do with the money. Ultimately, I made the decision to use this money to try and get me closer to the main goals that I started 2021 with, which is what I love because I watched a lot of videos of other people and what they did with their stimulus and how they used their money. So I really appreciated all of the viewpoints I seen and the advice that you guys gave me as well on what I should do with the money. And ultimately, that's what I really love about budgeting, is that at the end of the day, you do what you want to do and what works best for you. So this is what I decided to do. So this is my money assignment. So first, of course, we have the stimulus. I had the stimulus of $1,400 that I received. And then I also got my tax return. So I did file my taxes, and it became lucky that I was getting a return. So as a tax return for my federal, I got $800. And then for my state, it kind of balanced out where I really wasn't getting any money back, but I owed them like $9. So that wasn't really, stressing me. So I was happy that it kind of leveled out and evened out. But then that left me with my taxes for 2021 that I put aside, and that was for $1,700. Because if we look back at this page, these were for my sinking funds for 2020, and this is how I ended the year. And if we look here at my taxes, it ended with a balance of $1,700. So what really ended up happening and what benefited is that the fact that I started my side incomes so late in the year, it was around like August when I really started. So the taxes really didn't acquire to that much, but I know that most likely will not be the case the next year when I file my taxes, because it will be a whole year of me having this side income. So as a total, it was $3,900 that I needed to figure out what to do with, and it was just a lot of money and it was stressing me out. So I really needed to figure out where to put it before I spent it recklessly. So Now let's get into how I actually decided to allocate this money. So as I said, I really wanted to get back to the roots of when I started the year for 2021. And if you guys recall, my first 3 main goals that I really wanted to achieve in 2021 was to, 1, pay off my car, and that was done in January, so that was good. My second goal was to save up for my apartment. I wanted to have a good set of money aside so that when I move out of my current apartment, I do not drive myself into debt again like I did the first time. So I wanted some money put aside for first month's rent, for moving expenses, if I wanted to buy some new furniture. All of that I wanted to try and cover just to give myself a good boost when I move out in October. So speaking of my apartment, that is where a lot of the money went, honestly. So I did write another little note just so I do not confuse myself. But within this envelope, when I had my apartment, before I got all of that money assignment, I had a starting balance of $1,700 within my apartment. So I did decide to put the entire stimulus of $1,400 towards my apartment. I took out my tax return from this $800 that I had here. I put $200 of that towards my apartment as well. And then for my taxes for 2020 that I also set aside for, which was this $1,700 as well, I put that within my apartment. So all of that now brought me to a total of $5,000, which is really my goal that I want to put within this apartment. And I wanted to get that goal out of the way, have it set and ready so that now all of the money that I did plan on putting aside, I can now put all of that towards my debt snowball. So again, if we look within my apartment, I did put all of the actual cash within my savings account, but I do have my placeholders for $1,000, and I have 5 of them to signify that I have $5,000 within my bank for my apartment. So this envelope is set and done. So this doesn't necessarily mean I won't add more money to it, because I'm a person who always likes to decorate their home. I like to organize, all that stuff. So this is a continuous envelope that I want to keep around even after I'm moved into my new apartment. So if I add a few more dollars here and there within this envelope, don't be surprised. But I'm just happy I reached my main goal of $5,000. And as we can see, a lot of the money has already been placed into my apartment, as I said. But from this tax return, I only took out $200, meaning I still had $600 left. And I just put all of that towards my debt snowball, which I have here. And then I will add that also within the envelope when I get to it. But that is how I wanted to handle my taxes and my stimulus. But now let's go ahead and budget out this paycheck. So starting off with my taxes, let's go ahead and do that. So taxes, I do like to keep in the back of my binder, and we see that taxes should be getting $97. So we can do a 50, 2 20s, a 5, and 2 singles. So that is 50, 70, 90, 95, 96, and 97. So we'll go ahead and add that to my taxes, and then we will count and see currently where we are. So now within my taxes, I have 100, 200, 300, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 500, 5, 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 91, 92, and 93. So that is $593 that I have within my taxes. We'll go ahead and put that right back in there. Moving on, after my taxes, it is gas. So gas I do keep within my wallet. And I just have a little mini here that just holds my gas just for my Uber and my DoorDash. And we see that is getting $30. So we can do a 20 and a 10 to make our 30. And I will go ahead and add that right in here. So normally $30 is enough for just the little 3 days that I go out and deliver. But if gas prices keep raising the way they do, $30 will not be enough. But let's just hope that it works out for me. So that's $30 for my gas put away. And then I go ahead and bring back my binder to finish out my other envelopes. So diving in with my sinking funds apartment, we've already done, so we are finished with that. And then we go ahead into annual payments. So annual payments is getting $10. So now when we add our $10, that brings our total for annual payments to 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and 10. So $110 is within my annual payments. And moving on now is car maintenance. Car maintenance will be getting a $20 bill. And I did just go and get a much needed car wash. So now within car maintenance, I have 50, 100, 50, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, and 5. So $325 is now within my car maintenance envelope. And moving on, next we have Christmas. Christmas is getting the usual 20 that I always like to add. So now I have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, and 20. So $220 is within Christmas. Not too bad for only the third month in the year. Moving on, next is gifts. Gifts will be getting $10, so we can do a $10 bill. And once we add that, we have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 91, and $92. So that will go right back in for gifts. Next, we're moving on to medical. Medical is getting $5, so we can just do the $5 bill. And once we add 5 to that, we now have 50, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 95, 200, 205, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So $214 is within medical. And we will just continue to let that grow. After that is vacation. Vacation is getting $20, so we can do a $20 bill. And once we add that, that brings our total for vacation to 100, 200, 300, 400, 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 80. So $480 is within vacation. That's exciting. We're creeping up on $500, which is amazing. So now after vacation, we have savings. So this is my envelope for savings, and we're adding $25. So a 20 and a 5 makes our 25. And once we add that to my savings envelope, I now have a total of 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 750, 770, 790, 810, 815, 820, 25, 30, 35, 36, 37. So $837 is now within my savings. So exciting. And then the real exciting part is this debt snowball. So on this paper within the budget, I am putting $85 towards my debt snowball. So let me just make sure that that is correct. So that's 50, 70, 80, and 85. So that's good. And then from my tax return, I will be putting $600 from that. So that is what we should have left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that's good. The money is gone, so that's a good sign. I was nervous that it would not go correctly. But now we're going to go ahead and add this to what we have so far for a debt snowball payment. Count that up and see what we are working with. So let me go ahead and move these to the side. So now within debt snowball, I have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900. That's 950. So that's another 50. So that's $1,000 right here. $1,000. And then I have 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Wow, so far I have $1,018 put aside for my debt snowball. I did not think this was going to happen this month. I did not even dream of putting this much money towards it. And I also still have one more paycheck from my full-time job, and I want to do 1 more week's of side income. So for the month of March, it should be a very exciting debt snowball payment, and I am just so looking forward to that. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this right back in here until the end of the month. But so far, I'm looking at possibly paying off my second student loan as well as my third student loans. So that is super exciting to have just the thought of 3 of my student loans being gone by the end of the month. I would never have imagined. But guys, that is all I have for the video. Super thankful. And as always, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, found some motivation. If you have any questions or any feedback for me, please do not hesitate to put that down below in the comments. Don't forget to thumbs up the video because that really helps me out and helps out the channel. And it just lets me know that you guys still enjoy these videos. And don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy what I am doing. If you enjoy my channel, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, join the family because I would love to have you. But with all of that being said, guys, that's all I have for today's video, and I will see you all next time in my next one. Bye, guys.